Now it's time for the season finale of I Challenge You GX. This season, we're chilling out with our friends in the schoolyard, opening packs, building our pulls into decks, and cheering on as Borgerbot wields them in mechanized melee versus an even stranger ladder of AI opponents. It's a brand new AI arena with new prizes, new challenges, and a massive ban list that makes every pack count. So without further ado, get your game on! And welcome back, kings, queens, and monarchs of every element. I am the one, the only, the RJB0, and this is the GX finale of I Challenge You. In this episode, Borgerbot is going to climb the Discord ladder from bottom to top, and we're going to play as many GX decks as we can. We've got some sick decks lined up for you, but before we get to that, I do want to give a little bit of credit to Double and Lance, also known as Vermilion, for doing some incredible work for this series, putting together the ladder list, as well as compiling all the names of the folks who built them, built the decks today. So I am very excited to be playing today and to be giving a huge dub to both of them. Let's get some dubs for Borgerbot. Today, the format is the same as it ever is. Borgerbot gets 2 tries against each deck. If it fails twice, we stop the episode. If it succeeds once, though, we move on to the next one until we lose. We'll start off today with the first deck in the ladder, one that looks weird and wild, as we always want for them to be. This is Dystopia the Despondent by Thom. This is exactly what it looks like, a Dustin deck featuring Dystopia the Despondent, as well as, of course, Goblin King, who gains a huge amount of attack for each fiend monster on the board. This deck aims to summon a bunch of little dudes, and so we're going to take up a deck against it that can only win against little dudes. It's time for a deck we could only play in the GX era. It's time for Roids. In this deck, we have the capability to make a couple very cool fusion monsters: Steam Gyroid, Cyber Twin Dragon, and Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill, all by way of future fusion. Our Roid monsters include Express Roid, Drill Roid, Steam Roid, Submarine Roid, Dark Geroid, Gyroid, and then the other honorary Roid monsters. Of course, the Truesdale Brothers Special Cyber Dragon, 2 UFO Turtle to get us our 3 Cyber Phoenix, and a copy of Perfect Machine King, so that there's machine synergy in here. Our spells include double Future Fusion, a Viacroid Connection Zone just for the funsies, triple Question to bring back our monsters and swarm the board, triple 7 completed because all these monsters are machines and we're really down bad for machine synergy, 1 copy of Supercharge for flavor, and of course our big trap lineup. We also have 3 copies of Edigaboon and 2 copies of House of Adhesive Tape because they're really good against Dustin specifically. This is going to be very silly, folks. Cyrus Truesdale, take the wheel. I asked chat, can Cyrus Truesdale topple David Bowie? You know, because the Goblin King, because they're Dustins, and Stardustin, like, you know, Ziggy Stardustin. 69% of them said yes, and 31% of them said no, and I believe in Borgerbot. This is easily the weakest deck on the ladder. Let's see if the Viacroids can get it done. Let the games begin. All right, what incredible boards can Dustin set up? A normal summoned red Dustin. Already doing great. Light of Intervention to keep monsters from being set face down. That's okay, Borgerbot doesn't set monsters anyway. It just dealt it 500 points of damage. There's a Goblin King in defense that's just going to get House of Adhesive Taped. Okay, I need Future Fusion to at least be activated this match. We're going to attack in with the Cyber Phoenix. We're going to attack in with the Steam Roid. There's a Karma Cut, discarding the Question, taking out the Shining Angel. Don't want to deal with any of that pesky stuff. Frozen Soul means we are not going to end the game this time around. Dark Geroid is just going to hit itself with its own effect. Really insult to injury here. Yellow Dustin in face-up defense position, but you gotta believe that's all she wrote for this one. We are going to normal summon Gyroid in defense. We're going to send away that Dustin, and that is not quite the end of the game. Somehow that is not quite the end of the game. There's the red Dustin, and surely this will do it. Are we just going to kill with Steam Gyroid or with Gyroid? No, we're going to kill with the Dark Gyroid for the BM. All right, game two. What can the Dustin Dustin deck do up against us right now? UFO Turtle, an unbeatable opening board against Dustins. They set a monster. Okay, we've started with set monster. Could it be the House Dustin? It doesn't matter because we have Drillroid. Get wrecked! There's the UFO Turtle attack in. This is going phenomenally. I don't think Cyrus Truesdale has ever had a better showing than is having today. There's the Future Fusion for the Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill. Let's go! Okay. Dustin deck, I don't ask you for much. I need you to survive long enough for this Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill to hit the board. Normal summon House Dustin. Okay, this is a start, kind of. No! Wait, we have too many monsters on the board. No! Well, I guess we won. I guess I can't complain. Folks want a game 3 for funsies. I don't even think a game 3 would be that much fun, but we could try it for sure. I mean, this was the shortest match in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Pot of Extravagance. Okay, they're at least getting to draw 2 cards. There's a Nova Summoner, set 3 pass. Nova Summoner is pretty good into our deck. It can summon a lot of guys basically for free. The triple line of intervention in the opening hand. Wait, Dark Geroid targeted itself. Why did it target itself? What is happening? Edda Gaboon. No, wait. No. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait. Security Orb to shift Nova Summoner to defense position. What is happening here? We're just in a stalemate. No, there's the Dystopia. No, what's going on? Normal summon Drillroid, attack into the Nova Summoner, summon the Shining Angel. I'm not sure we have an out to Dystopia. Now that I'm thinking about it, do we have Security Orb? No, we do not have Security Orb. Okay, there's a Cyber Phoenix. We're going to attack into the blue Dustin. Surely this is a good idea. There's a Shining Angel. We're just going to get in. That's the plan here. Okay, what we need is Security Orb Drillroid. We're going to send away for Steam Gyroid. Okay. What happens here? Hey, we get the draw off of Cyber Phoenix. One more chance that we get Security Orb plus Drillroid. They're going to Dust Tornado Future Fusion just to dash our hopes that we ever get to use that Future Fusion properly. We are actually going to just kill ourselves by summoning Gyroid here. Pot of Extravagance. Okay, draw 2. Normal defense set the Goblin King, which now has 4,000 attack points. Please let us just shift this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh rip. Oh wow. Wow, that is a really big Goblin King. Holy. So that's what could have been if Borgerbot had not completely destroyed it. How did they recover from an opening of triple Light of Intervention? That's my real question. Well, our second challenger looks terrifying. This is Austin CK's Mobius Time 1.0. This is a deck that serves to summon Mobius many, many times. This is just a deck that is very good at summoning Mobius. And Mobius, it turns out, is a fairly strong card. Even if we aren't on a lot of back row, they are. Things like Return of the Monarch and Smoke Grenade of the Thief are things that they can run that they do get value out of. And then Seal of Orichalcos is a card that they can always target with Mobius without it getting destroyed, which basically means they will always have something for Mobius to hit on summon, and they're never going to have something that will go poorly for them if they do. The rest of the deck is, as we said, pretty dedicated to summoning the dude. And so to counter that, we are running Light Pile. This is a largely Lightsworn deck, although we don't have that much of a Lightsworn engine, whose purpose is to summon a bunch of light guys. Soul of Purity and Light is very big and is a free special summon. We use the Lightsworns with our 2 copies of Solar Recharge in order to get cards in the graveyard to banish for Soul of Purity and Light. Things like Majestic Mech Oka can trade with a Mobius. We've also got our double Cyber Dragons and the triple Luminous Spark to go with it. A couple of cool techs in here. Hero Blast is really good into most of the cards in the Mobius deck. Glorious Illusion is Call of the Haunted, but for Lightsworns, and Miraculous Descent is a cool card that can summon a banished Oka. And that's pretty much the deck. I'm excited to have a Lightsworn pile in this lineup, and let's see how it does against Austin CK's imposing Monarch deck. I asked chat who the real Monarch is here. Their options were Borgerbot or the Monarch, and 69% said the Monarch. Nice. It's coming up a lot this episode. Let's see if Borgerbot can topple the Frost Monarch and replace Karaz as the true Light Monarch. Let the games begin. All right. Starting off with a hot Swords of Concealing Light for no effect, normal summon Garroth pass. With a set back row, it is wholly plausible that we'll be able to survive the turn without getting hit by a Mobius. Treeborn Frog added to the hand. Fortunately, I don't think it's terribly likely that they're going to set it this turn. The double Smoke Grenade of the Thief on the board is kind of terrifying, but the fact that those are on the board means that they cannot use their... Okay, fortunately they were destroyed by game mechanics, not by card effects, but that Return of the Monarch is really putting a wrench into the plan around that Treeborn Frog. They can't really put a guy on the board that can beat us. Glorious Illusions is going to be milling us, but now we have a Jane, which means Garroth might be getting us some draws. We'll attack in with Jane, attack in with Garroth. Let's see us get one of them Garroth draws. We're going to mill with Jane, we're going to mill with we just milled both Security Orbs, and we drew a card off of Graganith. Moray of Greed is going to send back the Hydrogeddon, draw into Mobius, draw into the Seal of Orichalcos, an intimidating card if I've ever seen one, but I don't think it's enough to get them a Mobius on the board, and without a Mobius on the board, I think we win the game. We normal summon the Majestic Mech Oka, and we attack in for game. I'm a little shocked we didn't see a Mobius that time around, but it turns out the Borgerbot is just built different. Game 2. Starting off with the normal summoned Garroth. We always have to T-pose with Garroth on turn 1 in this deck. They're going to go for Duality into Tin Goldfish, an incredible card to get off of a Pot of Duality. They're going to Smoke Grenade of the Thief, activate Seal of Orichalcos, activate Moray of Greed, put 2 cards back. Hopefully they draw into a Treeborn Frog that they can set. We'll get 1,000 off of that Upstart Goblin. They'll go Terraforming again. They cannot activate the Seal of Orichalcos again. It is a dead card in their hand. They're going to set a monster and pass. Luminous Spark gives Garroth a huge amount of attack, and Lumina is on the board. Tin Goldfish summoned off of the Mother Grizzly, and now we have Lumina Garroth. Famously, one of the most powerful combos in Lightsworns. We've milled both our Neos Alias and our copy of Hero Blast. They're going to do a little bit of special summoning of their own, but we have the Widespread Ruin to protect Lumina. What an incredible time for us to have Widespread Ruin. We're going to tribute off the Lumina for Cyber Dragon. Kind of wish we kept that around, but you know what? We don't actually need to draw any more cards than we have on the board. Cyber Dragon plus Garroth is good enough on their own. They're going to add the Hydrogeddon. Hydrogeddon is probably going to get face down. Hydra get in defense position. Normal summon the Arcus, and we're going to attack him with the Arcus and the Garroth. During the end phase, Arcus will mill 2. Garroth will mill. We will get no draws off of the Garroth, but we have enough monsters on the board that it really, really could not matter less. We're going to set a back row, attack in with Cyber Dragon, attack in with Arcus, and win the game that way. Wow, this Light Pile deck is very strong, and the Mobius deck looked much less intimidating than I was expecting. Chat's asking for game 3, and I will oblige. Normal summon Lumina, set a back row, pass. That's a powerful open if I've ever seen one. We're going to mill a lot of cards we would have liked to have drawn into. Terraforming's actually very bad for us right now. The Seal of Orichalcos is one of the most powerful cards they have in their deck, and if they can normal summon pretty much anything, it'll get over Lumina. Security Orb will put the Mother Grizzly to defense position. Let's go! We're going to sack off the Lumina in favor of an Oka. Oka's going to get banished from the graveyard for the Soul Purity and Light. That's a very, very good combo. If we manage to hit a Miraculous Descent, we now have a 2400 monster on demand. We're going to pass the turn to them, and even Mobius does something because of the Seal of Orichalcos. They're going to summon a couple of water monsters. Somehow they haven't drawn into Mobius into this board. We're going to normal summon the Thunder Nyan Yan. We only need the light monsters we have on the board. What the hell is going on here? What just happened there? Can somebody tell me? Oh god, the Mobius the Mega Monarch has arrived. Oh no. Oh god, we have... Oh, the interaction with the Seal of Orichalcos, because they had a monster on the board that was smaller than ours. We were attacking into the highest attack point monster over and over and over again like lambs to the slaughter. Fortunately, we already won games 1 and 2. It seems that these decks that we're facing against are very powerful if they get their combo, but extremely bricky if not. I'm glad that we got to see the game 3 because that Mobius combo was sick. Our third challenger of the night is another blast from the past from Austin CK. This is a Red Eyes exclusive deck, and I am very excited. As a person who grew up with the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon deck, I'm very excited to see this one. We've got all the Red Eyes specials and a few Mass Dragons to go with it. Of course, Red Eyes Spirit to bring them back. Dragon Nails is a ridiculous equip spell that I don't even think I properly prepared for in my head. And of course, this is a Mausoleum of the Emperor deck. And this looks like the perfect opponent for our alien list. Aliens. We modified the alien list just a little bit to play well with the Mausoleum deck. We've got double Giga Giga, one Go Giga Giga, Ultimate Tyranno to clear recruiters, and of course double Cosmic Horror Gongiel, because we can in a Mausoleum deck. And then we've got double Phenomenon to summon both off of Damage Equals Reptile and off of Mausoleum of the Emperor, and the piece de resistance of this deck, double Future Fusion Dragon's Mirror to summon Super Alloy Beast Raptinus, which allows us to get the Alien Hypnose effect, which lets us steal our opponent's monsters, which is even funnier up against a really, really big deck. I can't wait to play this one. Let's see how Borgerbot does with the gifts from the sky. This really is a GX duel. It's a duel between two GX villains, Viper and Nightshroud. And oh boy, is chat confident in Viper. Borgerbot hasn't failed us yet today. Let the games begin. Starting off with a Summoner's Art, this will get us to Red Eyes. That means if we have a Red Eyes Black Chick in hand or an Ancient Rules, that gets you to Red Eyes. We're going to Infernal Fire Blast. Oh, that just deals 2400. Okay, that's pretty decent. This is a Red Eyes Baby Dragon, a card that I haven't actually read. Oh, no. Oh, wow, that is a powerful open. We're going to hit you with the A counter. Take that. Then we're going to draw a card and get eaten alive by Mass Dragon here. We do not have a single trap card in rotation, which is not great. Question will bring back the Alien Gray. That's good to see. An Alien Warrior will be normal summoned to attack into Mass Dragon. Doesn't do us a huge amount of good when they can just summon another monster, and pretty much anything beats us here, although Damage Equals Reptile does insulate us a little bit. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is going to summon back the Mass Dragon. We're going to get hit over the Alien Warrior and summon ourselves an Alien Gray from deck. Alien Warrior will put 2 more counters on the red med. We'll take 1200, but that won't quite kill us. Is damage equals reptile a once per turn? Yes, it is. We're going to activate A Cell Breeding Device and lose the game. What an incredible opener out of the Red Eyes deck. Wow. There's a lot of big guys right out of the start. Game two. All right, opening with the Summoner's Art again is not going to bode well for us on turn 1. There's the Terraforming, though. Terraforming getting Mausoleum of the Emperor is good for us because if we opened with any of our big guys, we're actually going to be better out of the start than they are. Maybe not that big guy. We're going to set a back row, set a monster, and pass. Karma Cut will get rid of the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, which we do love to see. Mausoleum of the Emperor will pay 2,000 to normal summon Red Eyes. Red Eyes will attack in over our Alien Warrior. Red Eyes will take 2 A counters. Eat that. We'll draw for turn. Let's see what we can summon off that Mausoleum. Dragon's Mirror will get us to the Super Alloy Beast Raptinus, but unfortunately, Super Alloy Beast Raptinus is not good into a resolved Red Eyes on board. We'll eat the Inferno Fire Blast. They will choose not to attack? Can they not? It can't attack the turn that this was activated. Why are we normal summoning an Alien Gray into this board? Unless that's a damage equals reptile, that's not good for us. The Infernal Fire Blast dealing so much effect damage here to us. Security Orb will shift the Wyvern to defense. Why? Oh, because of the Inferno Fire Blast. Again, there's the A Cell Breeding Device, and we're gonna Alien Hypno away the Red Eyes. Take that, asshole. Let's go. Oh, Super Alloy Beast Raptinus coming in from behind to win us the game. The Raptinus Alien Hypno combo is incredible. Let's go game 3. Already love this alien deck. We're going to normal summon an Alien Hypno, put 2 behind it, and let's see how this turn goes. Red Eyes Wyvern's going to be summoned. We're going to Karma Cut it away. Not a bad move. And we're going to Soul Resurrection back the alias we discarded for it. That was sick. Hopefully we didn't draw into the Dragon's Mirror. We're going to attack indirectly with the alias and the Giga Gaga Gigo. This is a huge amount of damage. It makes Mausoleum of the Emperor very risky for not a lot of payoff for them. They'll set a monster. We'll draw for turn. Let's see what we got. We're going to Tribute Summon the Go Giga Gaga Gigo. Sure. Why not? This is something. There's the Future Fusion. We love to see it. Put away 2 copies of Alien Hypno. Normal summon the alien or the elemental hero Alien Neos. I am having a hard time saying it. Alien guy. The guy that is not an alien. I have lost. This has gone so off the rails. They're going to activate Dragon Nails. They're normal summoning a baby dragon. And that's pretty much that. There's the A Cell Breeding Device, of course. We're going to normal summon the alias so that we have a Neos on the board. They can go Mass Dragon with the Dragon Nails here. Interesting. Wow, this is such an insane combo, but it's still not big enough to deal with the Go Giga Gaga Giga resolved on the board. Terraforming is going to add a Mausoleum of the Emperor to hand, but that only serves to improve our deck's chances against yours. Red Eyes Wyvern normal summon. They're going to choose not to attack over the Neos alias. A Cell Breeding Device is going to reduce that Red Eyes down even further, and Super Alloy Beast Raptinus will give us an additional monster to deal with this. They're going to summon back the Red Eyes Black Baby Dragon and the original Red Eyes, but this just gives us more fodder to attack in for game. Unfortunately, we can't this time around. They're going to get another turn, but now we have the damage equals reptile. Please attack over alias so that I can summon Phenomenon. Please give us the Phenomenon. Please give us the Phenomenon. We didn't activate it. We didn't activate damage equals reptile to summon Phenomenon from deck. I wonder, are they all in grave? What just happened? I got so... Oh, it has to be in a battle with a reptile monster. Okay. I apparently just straight up didn't read damage equals reptile. We just won the match though, and that's pretty good. I'll take it. We got to see the Super Alloy Beast Raptinus plus Alien Hypno combo hit the board. That felt phenomenal. I can't wait for the next match. Well, we are back up against another Mausoleum deck. This is General Lockdown by Not Al Gore. This is meant to... Ice barrier, the summon big ice barrier guy and survive? I guess the idea here is that the ice barrier monsters keep you alive long enough to get yourself a big general on the board, and the generals work together very, very effectively in order to swarm the board. I say very effectively, I mean by like GX standards. Ice barriers would have fit right in the GX landscape, let me tell you. I do like that it makes very good use of General Gantala and General Grunard, two cards that were meta in Junior Journey, but otherwise have had no effect on the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And to take advantage of this glacially slow deck, we are bringing an even worse reptile deck. Yes, folks, it's time for us to run Venoms. The idea here is that the ice barrier monsters are dinky and therefore very easy to kill with Venom Swamp, except for the generals, which are big but can be stopped with things like Draining Shield, Adhesive Trap Hole, an Astral Barrier, Ambush Fangs, various things that will stall out the game long enough for our Venom guys to put counters on them and survive. The reason we're on these rock dudes here is because they flip themselves face down, therefore making themselves immune to Venom Swamp, and Golem Sentry has the very fun additional ability of putting dudes back in the hand so that you can get in for direct attacks. This deck looks horrendous, but then again, it is up against ice barriers, and hey, maybe this time we get to summon Phenomenon. This is getting more and more unhinged as time goes on. I asked chat, can Venom melt the ice? Their options were hiss, affirmative, or they're gonna end up solid snakes. 84% of them are with me that the Venom deck could not possibly lose. Let the games begin. All right, how badly will this go for us? We have to find out. Upstart Goblin, thank you for the gift of 1,000 life points that'll help us survive the Mausoleum Onslaught. They're going to pay 2,000 for a medium of the Ice Berry, which isn't that much for us to deal with. Wait, we're going to pay 1,000. We're going to summon a Venom Boa of our own. And set 4 back row. That can't be bad, right? That's not going to be a problem, right? 4 back row will help us survive when we didn't draw into Venom Swamp. Perhaps we should have put more terraformings in this deck. I had to. Venom Boa, you get counters. Next, we're going to normal summon a Venom Cobra and shift our Venom Boa to defense. Truly spectacular gameplay on Borgerbot's part. They're going to normal summon General Gantala, and they are going to double summon for a Geomancer. Geomancer will discard calling Earth. We will widespread ruin away the Oh, while Daisojo is on the board, ice barrier monsters cannot be destroyed by spell or trap cards. That's okay, we still have a large number of life points left before this becomes a problem. We're going to normal summon Venom Serpent. You get another Venom counter. Wow, we're just going to attack over Daisojo. Would have been nice if we had managed to pull that off the turn before. They're going to pay another 1,000 to summon another Ice Barrier monster. We're going to Adhesion Trapple. That's pretty decent for us. The General Gantala is going to get in for a little bit of damage, and so will the General Raiho. But now we just have to deal a little bit of damage in return, and we're going to be in very good shape. What are we going to draw into? Will it be? It's a back row. Draining Shield. Okay, we'll take the little bit of life points to try and survive, but it will all be for naught. They didn't get 3 generals onto the board, but they got a lot of guys onto the board. That went probably about as well as you could have expected from Venom versus Ice Barrier. Let's go game 2. All right, can we open with Venom Swamp? These are the real questions. There's the terraforming. Okay, we're going to add a Venom Swamp. We're going to activate Venom Swamp. Okay, we're going to activate Venom Swamp. Okay, we're going to activate Venom Swamp. We're going to normal summon Moai Interceptor Cannon and put it face down. Venom Swamp will do nothing to our Moai Interceptor Cannon as long as they don't get into Mausoleum early on, which they have so far been unsuccessful in doing. Sacred Spirit of the Ice Barrier is just going to put itself back. Wait, they found the counter to Venom Swamp. Sacred Spirit of the Ice Barrier puts itself back in the hand. I did not realize that the Moai Interceptor cannon was just going to flip itself right back face down before we could do anything. Damage equals reptile is actually kind of phenomenal here. They're going to go for the medium here. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the full damage equals reptile out of this. Their Sacred Spirit is going to go to the hand, and we are going to add our Venom guy back to our hand as well. Sacred Spirit's going to go down to 1100. We're going to set a guy. No, we're not going to get the extra Venom counters onto the board, but that's probably not going to make that much of a difference here. They're going to attack in with all their guys. They're all very dinky. Sacred Spirit is going to go back to the hand because it doesn't have another monster to bounce back instead. No, it's going to stay on the board, and we are going to normal summon Venom Serpent. We are going to try and kill the medium faster than we did before, and this is actually turning out kind of okay. The Sacred Spirits are going to get murdered by Venom Swamp here, and we've got a pretty decent lineup here. Daisoja will switch itself to defense position, and that's great because we do not want it to attack this turn. We want it to get the opportunity to attack next turn after it's been utterly decimated by the Venom Swamp. Venom Swamp during the end phase is going to put Daisoja to 100, and now it can't even attack over the Cobra. They're going to add to their hand the General Gantala of the Ice Barrier off of their Medallion, and their little Ice Barrier guy is going to... Oh, there's Phenomenon! Phenomenon has arrived, folks. It is here. The Venom is truly doing it. Hilariously, their monsters can't be destroyed by Venom Swamp because of Daisojo. I didn't consider this potential issue. We're going to attack over their little guy with our Phenomenon, and that's pretty decent, all things considered. They're going to get more Venom counters. Hilariously, the Daisoja will never be destroyed by Venom Swamp now. They're just going to keep normal summoning dinky Ice Barrier guys, and I suppose that works out for us because we can just keep attacking into them at this point. Venom Serpent's going to put another counter on there. So many counters. We're going to summon the third Venom monster, and Phenomenon will attack in for 1500. If we can manage to keep this Phenomenon on the board, we could probably get it pretty big. Spirit Barrier is going to be activated. That means that we will take no damage from battle from now on. The Geomancer is going to make itself immune to Earth, and they're just going to normal summon in, the General Gantala. That's actually great for us because now their monsters can be destroyed by Venom Swamp again. They're going to not summon the Daisoja, but that's great for us because we want the Venom Swamp to kill their monster. General Gantala is going to go down to 2200, and that's pretty okay. We're just going to stack up Venom counters on this. Venom counter. You get a Venom counter. You get a Venom counter. Golem Sentry is going to flip itself face down. We're going to attack in with our Venom guys. Phenomenon for 1000. Venom Snake for another 1000. Venom Swamp is going to activate, but it won't do anything this turn because our guys are all Venoms. Upstart Goblin will give us a 3000 life points. Double Summon will do nothing. The Venom Swamp is pulling us through. How are we doing this? What is going on here? The Venom is too powerful. Game 3. All right, so we just need them to not open Mausoleum of the... Okay, we just need them to not open with Daisojo of the Ice Barrier. General Raiho is perfectly fine. They can go for their terraforming into Mausoleum again. The more card advantage they burn on this, the better for us, especially if they use a double summon. They're going to Mausoleum again. They're going to summon another General Raiho. This is actually kind of okay. I think we're not really going to be activating that many monster effects this time around. We're going to activate 2 Venom Swamps. We're going to use 1000. Ooh, this is really good. Oh, except that's a Phenomenon. Uh-oh. Fortunately, at least the General Raihos are going to get dinky here. They're going to Mausoleum again. The Mausoleum is going to summon not the Daisojo. The Daisojo is bad for us because it means that their monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, including Widespread Rune. We'll take a Draining Shield for a hot 1600. Hopefully, we can get to a Venom monster this coming turn. That's what we really need here. Pretty much any Venom monster will do it, too. We'll summon Golem Sentry. That's not technically a Venom monster, but as long as it hits into the Daisojo, we actually have a decent chance of the opponent getting kind of giga-wrecked here. They're going to not attack. The Venom Swamp is going to put more counters on their guys. Daisojo is going to prevent them from dying. Come on, Golem Sentry, you have one job. No, we're not going to flip up the Golem Sentry. RIP. I wanted to take out that Daisojo. I needed to take out the Daisojo. Spirit or Astral Barrier here is very funny because they're just not going to do any damage. Terraforming is going to get a Mausoleum of the Emperor, but Mausoleum of the Emperor doesn't do too much into this board. We're going to place more Venom counters. We're going to go to end phase. We're going to go to end phase. Why are we not flipping up Golem Sentry here? Big questions. Venom Swamp is going to put their guy down to 0. And we're going to get the Venom Swamp counters all over the place. Can we get the Golem Sentry? 1,000. I know what this means. Venom Boa is going to do nothing. It's not even going to attack. Okay, cool, sure. Does this go to deck out at this point? Does this go to deck out? We're about to find out, I suppose. So many Venom counters are on the board. Venom Boa is going to discard. Ooh, the Karma Cut. This is a little bit of a nombo for us now because we're always going to be activating the Venom Boa, discarding a card because of General Raiho, and then we're going to just get nothing out of it. They're going to pay 2,000 to... Are they just going to keep paying 2,000? I just realized they're not actually summoning any guys off of Mausoleum of the Emperor. If they get another 1,000 guy, we're going to pay 2,000 for Phenomenon. Phenomenon's going to have 500 attack. But fortunately, if they get a guy onto the board, they are going to bait themselves into... Okay, here's the real deal. Can they pay themselves to death on Mausoleum of the Emperor? No, they are going to tribute summon Medium of the Ice Barrier, and that's great for us. We're going to get hit with the Astral Barrier here, but Venom Swamp is going to put that Medium down to a very dinky number of attack points. We can activate Venom Boa, targeting not the General. Why would we target the General Raiho? That's not good for us. Okay, we're going to pass the turn. They're going to summon General Grunard, which is going to summon a guy. Can we? No, don't make this a direct attack. No! What a way to go. Okay, but real talk, I believe in the Venom deck. I think we have to try this again. Yeah, this is a bad move. I probably shouldn't be staking an elimination game on Venom Burn, but seeing how things went last time and how close we were to winning the match, I think we can get there. This is basically replacing all of the things that we're trying to attack with things that are trying to burn, like Stealth Bird, which can flip itself face up to deal 1,000 damage. Even if this only works once, it puts us in the advantage. Lava Golem is also a thing that I inexplicably didn't ban at the beginning of the season, and will take out their monsters like Daisojo in favor of a guy that can be killed by Venom Swamp and will deal 1,000 to them every turn. We also have Dimension Wall to deal their attacks right back to them. And Venom Burn, like the card named Venom Burn, this card burns them for all the Venom counters on the God. I cannot believe we're doing this. We're playing Venom Burn, folks. Let's do this. Let's see how this one... Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Yep, I asked chat, is this a bad idea? Their options were yes and yes, but we'll win anyway. And it does look like this is leaning pretty heavily toward yes. And I'm inclined to agree, but we've got to see it work. But we got to try for it. We have to try. We can't let our Venom dreams be memes. Let the games begin. All right, starting off with the rock, paper, scissors. This isn't crucial at all because it really doesn't matter who wins. They're going to open with Mausoleum. Oh, and double summon. Will they pay the full 2,000 for this one? General Raiho, they're going to go terraforming. Terraforming for another Mausoleum is actually pretty good for us because it is negative card advantage for them. They'll set a back row, and they've used basically everything they have for nothing. Now, Solemn Wishes throws a wrench into our plans, but our terraforming is stronger than theirs, possibly, maybe. We're going to activate Venom Swamp. We're going to use the Mausoleum. We're going to summon Venom Boa. Venom Boa is so good here. We're going to discard the Karma Cut, and we're not going to attack into the General Raiho because we can't. But that's okay. That General Raiho is about to get dinky, and our burn is about to become even better. The Adhesion Trap Hole does nothing. But we can use the Venom Boa to destroy the General Raiho this turn, and then their life points are forfeit. We have to discard because of General Raiho's effect. We're going to summon Stealth Bird. We're going to flip Stealth Bird face down, but that Stealth Bird next turn is going to come into play. As long as they don't have a guy that can beat our Venom Boa. Mausoleum of the Emperor pays 2,000. That's a General Grunard on the board. They're going to attack into our Stealth Bird. Yo, let's go Draining Shield. Let's go Draining Shield. Draining Shield increasing our life points by 2,800. That is a very small General Grunard. It's down to 1,300. We're going to go end phase. Venom Swamp is going to put it down to a further 800. They're going to... Oh, the Venom Burn, removing 4 burn counters to deal 2,800 points of damage. That is the most I have ever seen Venom Burn do. Now, there is a little bit of a problem here, and that problem here is that never mind, they're not going to attack over the Venom Boa with the General Grunard. That was a bait. The Stealth Bird served its purpose. We're going to put that General Raiho down to 1,300, and now it can't even contest the Venom Boa on board. General Raiho now down to 800, unless they draw into a General. That would be a General. That does count as a General. We're going to go for the Dimension Wall, though. You eat the damage right back. And Venom Swamp will, during the end phase, put them down to very, very dinky. Let's see if we can draw into a Venom monster and close this out. Lava Golem! Lava Golem! Let's go! Lava Golem! Yes! Okay, Lava Golem is going to deal them 1,000 and go to main phase, take 2,500 points of damage, but the Draining Shield is really paying dividends here because it gives us extra time with this Lava Golem. We're going to set a monster, and that's got to be all she wrote. They probably have no way of getting rid of this Lava Golem because they're just going to Mausoleum, pay their 1,000. Oh, they can't even do that. They're going to run into the... Wait, this doesn't. Wait, Golem Sentry is going to put itself face down. Wait. Okay, Golem Sentry, you have one job, and that one job is to not flip yourself back face up. You're going to do it. The Lava Golem survives until the end phase. They draw for turn. They take 1,000. We're just going to Nightmare Wheel them for the PM. Lava Golem burn for game. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Game 2. Venom Burn 1, game 1. All right, starting off with the Venom Swamp. Venom Serpent summoned. That's not great because Venom Serpent is now open to a General. If they can summon a General, we're in trouble. Terraforming getting their second Mausoleum, again, great for us. That means that they have another resource used up this turn. They're going to go double summon. Hopefully they can't. They're going to double set. Wait, this is incredible for us. As long as we can attack into their monsters, we can get the Venom Burn going. There's a Venom Boa getting summoned. That's actually kind of sick because we're just going to attack over there. We're going to take quite a bit of burn damage. But they're going to lose their monster. Venom Swamp is going to kill it. During the end phase, nothing happens because we've got just Venom monsters on the board. We've got 2 back row. That's pretty solid for us. We're going to draw for turn. Venom Swamp is on the board. We're going to normal summon the Golem Sentry. It's going to put itself face down because that's what Golem Sentry does. We're going to attack into the secret guards because our monsters are really dinky. But their monster is even dinkier and will be destroyed by the Venom Swamp. We're going to have their dude with adhesion trap hole. Sure, that was destined to happen. But now we've got guys on the board. We can start dealing them burn damage. We're going to attack in with our Venom Snake and then in with our Venom Boa past the turn. And we've got pretty much an impenetrable defense on the board. Even if they pay the 2,000 to summon a General, we're pretty much fine. Daisojo is going to shift itself to defense position, which will give us more turns to put Venom counters onto it. Venom Serpent is going to make Daisojo even dinkier, and then Venom Boa is going to make it even dinkier, and Daisojo is going to keep itself alive with its effect. This means it is now the cash cow for our Venom Burn. We're hoping this really works out the way that we're looking forward to it doing. General Raiho is going to attack in. We're going to Dimension Wall for no damage. That's not ideal here, but really all we have to do is keep making that General Raiho even dinkier. We're going to activate Venom Serpent. We're going to discard a card. We're going to activate Venom Boa. We're going to get that Venom Boa negated. We're going to not attack in because both of these cards have an effect that keep them from attacking the turn that they're activated. During the end phase, General Raiho will be made dinkier. We've got the Sacred Spirit on the board. We're going to go for Security Orb, putting that Sacred Spirit to defense position. This is kind of hilarious because it's just going to put our guys back, which does basically nothing here. General Raiho is going to go down to 100. This is great. If we can attack in, I think this actually keeps them off of their mausoleum. We're going to Terraforming for a second. Venom Swamp, that's not great, but we still have control over the board right now. During the end phase, all of their guys get counters. A counter for everybody on the board. The General Daisojo, or just a Daisojo, is going to keep all their guys alive. Here comes a real General. General Gantala is a little bit of a problem, but Ambush Fangs is going to negate its attack, putting a Venom counter on it. You get a Venom counter, just like everybody else does, and now they've kind of locked down their board. As long as our Boa can survive the turn, then they aren't going to be able to summon any more monsters, and we just have a lock on the board. What are we going to be able to do with our monster? The Venom Boa is going to attack in. The Venom Swamp is going to dole out the counters, and now we still have control of the board. The Defender of the Ice Barrier is going to get normal summoned and is also going to get killed by Venom Swamp during the end phase. Actually, it won't because of the General Daisojo that's on the board. General Gantala will go down to 700. You got to imagine we're going to attack into it this turn. We've got a second Venom Boa. We're going to go into battle phase. We're not going to attack with the Venom Boa for reasons unknown to me. But we've got two guys on the board, and they've got 1,400 life points left. They're going to have to tribute summon if they're going to summon another general. They'll tribute summon a medium. Medium's actually the ideal thing for us to hit. There's the Security Orb, putting the medium to defense position, and they've tributed off the Daisojo, and they haven't brought it back. That means that Venom Swamp is well and truly online. If we can start doling out those counters, then their monsters are going to start dying. Go to battle phase, go to end phase. Venom Swamp will destroy their monsters, except for the medium, but that's okay. We really just need to survive until we can get a dude. They're going to summon the Geomancer. Unfortunately, we still can't attack. It's a little too bad that their dinky guys didn't get destroyed earlier. We really want to draw into that Venom board. Wait, we've taken out one of the dinky guys, but Geomancer of the Ice Barrier is going to keep them from attacking anyway. We're going to Venom Boa twice because sure, why not? And we're going to go to end phase. Again, they still can't summon a general without tripping off both of their guys, and even if they do, Venom Swamp will take care of it long before they get to our life points. There goes a Mausoleum. This is actually fantastic for us. A General Raiho is going to be not a problem for us, especially with an Ambush Fangs, putting it to defense position, and now they just can't do anything for the time being. Venom Boa is going to cost us a lot here, because the General Raiho is going to keep us discarding cards off of its effect, but the General Raiho is going to go down to not very much, and during the end phase, our Venom Swamp will take it out. General Raiho is no longer a problem for us, and we just need to draw into pretty much anything at this point. Medallion of the Ice Barrier will get them a General Grunard, but General Grunard can't be summoned because they don't have enough for Mausoleum. We're going to apply yet another counter. Venom Boa is going to use its effect. Venom Boa is going to use its effect, and we're going to summon a Stealth Bird, which will flip itself face down. This was an incredibly productive turn, wasn't it? We had game on board, and we just chose to dole out some counters. Terraforming is going to get them another Mausoleum. Again, this is great for us if we choose to attack here. Can we flip some of the... Will we flip some of the Stealth Bird? Stealth Bird, you have one job. Stealth Bird, you have one job. Stealth Bird, you have one job. Come on. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. We're just stacking up counters on this defender. We really need to draw into the second copy of Venom Burn, or I suppose the first one for this game. They're going to go into another General Grunard off of Medallion of the Ice Barrier, but that doesn't do them any good. I cannot wait to see the damage that a Venom Burn would do. Venom Boa is going to do the thing. We're just doing the dance. This is truly agonizing. Do we have Venom Burn? Is that Venom Burn? Is it Venom Burn? It's Karma Cut. Not ideal, but this does at least clear the board for us to use our guys. There goes a Medallion of the Ice Barrier. We're going to get the secret cards, which is just going to die to Venom Swamp, and somehow our absolute meme deck has taken the match. The absolute... I was right to stake my life on it, and the 1,000 damage from the Stealth Bird will do the trick. Oh, that was incredible. Folks, we continue. But we're going to have to continue in another video. It's very late for me, but we have so many more GX decks to burn through. It's been an incredible night, folks, and it's been great to have you along. I have work in the morning, but the GX finale continues next week. This has just been incredible. I challenge you, continues to deliver. What an episode. I'll see you folks next week.